Something big is happening. What is up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's live stream for XLeads, our weekly XLeads support call, I want to first address the massive announcement. This isn't the announcement, right? But I just want to give an update for everyone wondering what's version 2, when is it coming out, all these things, and what should I be looking forward, right? I want to give kind of an update for all the XLeads users excited about these big updates and what they're kind of looking like. So we are fresh off of our Escape the Matrix event, which was insanely exciting. It was absolutely amazing. And we actually did, we announced version 2 to everyone in there, which was pretty cool. Got an insane reception. And we're giving everyone the beta to test it out and just getting some kind of feedback on certain things, obviously. But just wanted to address kind of version 2 and just kind of talk about it from the CEO point of view. So the first and foremost thing about version 2 is it is going to change everything. Like the last time changed everything, but this is going to change even more. And it is only going to give the users more. And if you currently have XLeads, it is going to cost you nothing for this new update. So if you're paying $97 a month, it's going to be $97 a month for you, right? It's only going to be a cost difference for the new users. So y'all are grandfathered in, y'all are Gucci, y'all are chill. So don't worry about it, okay? This thing about this new version is it is going to completely, if there's only one sentence I can say about version 2, it is going to disengage every other software for you. So version 1 was great. I think version 1 did 80% of what I wanted to complete. And version 2 kind of just fills the rest of the 20%. What do I mean by that? It's like I wanted to get rid of every single wholesaling software possible, like every single one. So you could only use XLeads. There are certain softwares that some people need on top of XLeads. This update will get rid of that. And I say that in your eyes confidently that you will only need XLeads after this update for any type of marketing effort, literally everything. That's all I could say. So I will let you fill in the gaps what you think that means. And just think of all these $250, $300 a month softwares. I saw one that was $270 a month. I'm like, well, let's just add that in. And we added that in. And it was pretty dang exciting. So version 2 is coming. It is going to change everything. And it's going to kind of revamp when you log in. Actually, it's going to look the best way possible. So everything you thought, it's coming. It's going to be probably late November. Maybe not early November, but probably after Thanksgiving, I would say. That is exactly when we're going to release this thing. And the sucker's coming out. And we're coming to play. That's the best way to describe it. So before you guys get like your, yearlies of anything else, it's just wait. That's all I could tell you. So just expect after Thanksgiving, huge update. Won't cost anybody anything. But again, what is XLeads version 2? It is going to fill in the gaps of any other software that you currently use. As the best way I can describe it. So if you have questions about that, I'll answer them. If you have any XLeads related questions, I kind of wanted to answer the floor basically to anyone here who uses XLeads and just answer your questions, help you out, and make you the best. We kind of had this on our Discord call last night, just talking about upward spirals, downward spirals. I'll be on the Zach In channel probably in a month or two. But pretty exciting stuff. So specifically, if you have XLeads questions, I'm here to talk. I had an amazing event, really excited, really loved it. And it was really funny because I had so many people getting deals from XLeads just thanking me and saying, oh my gosh, never had software like this. And pretty exciting. You know, a lot of people are getting success from those AI stack lists that I was kind of expecting. I was like, yeah, just wait. And this is like 2 months of it, right? Like we're not even 3 months into XLeads. So we're going to have a whole different software and in 4 months coming in, which is crazy. So my big thank you is just like everyone that has XLeads. They're not going to be charged anything more, which is kind of the point. Yeah, that's what we're looking to do. So let's kind of answer some questions here. and show you around, right? But basically, XLeads this is it. So if you don't have it or you don't know about it, this is what XLeads is. So let's go pop this one out. And let me show you what it is. Let's go here and show it right here. And why am I that? Make me a square. No. Hey, why don't we do this one? That's kind of cool. There we go. Hey, why not? Makes it a little easier for you to see, right? So Juan's got a question. I said, Juan, the 20% will be filled in. That's the best way for me to describe what we're doing. But yeah, XLeads pretty cool. Again, just for anyone who has any questions, you can go in here. And basically, if you have any deals, you can put them in here. So if you want to go find a deal in Macon, Georgia, it'll be in here. And then boom, you can go in here, post it in there, and you'll be all good to go. One thing I do want to kind of share with you that we did too. There's another update. Whoa. Why am I like this? I do not like that. I do not like that, Sam. I am. In XLeads, we have a new update where little controversial. I'm not going to lie. But there is a loophole to this whole MLS dispo thing. So to make wholesaling a little easier for your dispo, XLeads is growing like crazy. And we are having a lot of cash buyers invest in XLeads and get XLeads and try to pull off-market deals and find more deals. And I'm trying to expand this for more landlord-friendly things, more cash buyers and things like that. And so we have a new tab in XLeads. And I kind of want to show that this is like part of the 2.0. It is being beta tested. If it doesn't go well, we're not going to do it. But we are giving basically, how do I describe this? XLeads will never have ads, obviously. I mean, that's kind of stupid. But we kind of have sponsored listings, if that makes sense. And I know that sounds crazy, but let me describe this. We will allow you to post your wholesaling deal on XLeads for $100. Now that sounds crazy, but this is a innovative concept and something a little nuts. But if you have a deal for $100, so for people that have bigger deals or they're trying to push volume, we are going to sponsor your deal in XLeads. And so it gets shown as like an ad, but it's not an ad. You know, like guys, I make no money from the $100. Well, I'll probably make something off of it. But basically, you want to go post your deal. You go down to Lead Pipes and post my wholesale deal. And this is kind of a weird thing, but basically you're going to be able to submit your deal. Okay. And if there's too many deals, if we don't like the accuracy, all these things, but for 30 days, there's going to be some sort of underwriting process. And it's got to be a good deal. You put all the information on the deal. And when you search a market and we have a deal in there, it's going to be sent out to everyone. It's not going to be sent out, but it's going to be kind of sponsored. More or less, like, for example, it's going to be on the top. So it's not in your face. It's not stupid, but it allows a cash buyer or a guy who has deals to go contact somebody to help them out. Okay. No other wholesaling software has this. And I think it's pretty dang cool. So if you have a deal in that area, it will be on the top here as a wholesale deal. So this is an opportunity for someone looking to JV. This is an opportunity for somebody who is a cash buyer to go see it. Because if I'm a cash buyer and I log into XLeads, because XLeads is going to be one of the largest wholesaling softwares probably in the next year or two, I'm going to be able to go out here and contact this guy, and boom, he gets a dispo and he gets a lot of eyeballs on it of legit people. I don't think a lot of fake people are having XLeads. Now, the other really big thing about this is this solves the loophole. So with XLeads, I'm not here to name any names, but it's disrupted the industry compared to these $40,000-$50,000 a year disposition softwares. And the one thing about those disposition softwares is you're able to post your deal and it's publicly on like their website, publicly blasted. 123 Main Avenue, this price. And I always thought that was technically illegal because you're technically publicly marketing the property, which goes against a lot of regulations, South Carolina, Oklahoma, things like that. And you emailing like a posting listing of the deal is technically still legal, but having it on a publicly facing website is illegal, right? So one really cool thing we did here was South Carolina is going to go after that like crazy, right? I see it every day. I see people say South Carolina is illegal, but they promote this. So our loophole is it is privately marketed inside of the users in the software. It's not publicly for anybody, so it's not part of the regulations. But it's my private way of doing it. I might make it free, but for now we're doing $100 to test it out, and we are getting people selling their deals, which is pretty dang cool. So something to experiment. It's not like a revenue thing for the company, but something to make the dispo even better. And I'm thinking if you're a buyer, you're looking at making, a guy there is going to pop it up. So pretty dang cool. So you can go out here and acknowledge this, and then basically it gives them an email, right? Basically, hey, they got this property, first name, phone, email. Yeah, it's pretty dang cool. They'll get email about it. Expires in 30 days, so there's not too many of those. But there's a prospective buyer wholesale marketplace terms and conditions. And so it's basically the marketplace inside of XLeads. Once it gets a lot of people, it's going to be a lot crazier. But yeah, really looking forward to it. No, it does not show up on the MLS. That would make it technically illegal. That's the main issue there. But hey, good question. But yeah, I want to share that little tab. I think it's pretty cool. So if I did, oh no, Dallas, we should have someone in Dallas posting these, right? Okay, so we got one in Houston and one in Cypress, Texas posting it. So it just goes to the top of the feed right there. It's just wholesale deals, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you can filter it out too if you don't like it. But hey, not really bad. The only interesting part is this one's an active listing, but they posted it too. And then the same person, Ella. So maybe she's trying to get rid of her properties, but it's like privately listed. So I think it's kind of cool. So that's the new other part of XLeads. I think it's kind of cool. Also, here's my StreamYard link. So if you want to hop on and talk, put it right there. And I can go out here and answer any of your wholesaling related questions. So yeah, let's answer them up and see what I can do. Of course, just trying to make this where, again, it's the only software where the owner, CEO, will go out here and answer all of your wholesaling related questions, all of your XLeads related questions. I'll do some wholesaling coaching. Who cares? But it's XLeads CEO hat time, right? So I got to put the different hats on, but I want to answer every question about the software possible. So you have the top education of this. Here's the problem. I was set to record just an entire XLeads course because I was going to do it, right? And then we got the approval, not the approval, but yeah, I can't describe it. But basically we found out we could do version 2 the way we wanted. And I was like, well, what's the point of recording this? Because it's going to take 2 months of editing. And yeah, it's going to be obsolete in a month. So trying to get that done. Then we're going to re-record it and release the XLeads course inside of freewholesaling.com. So yeah, pretty cool. Dominique, how are you? I am new to wholesaling, immediately jumped into the pro plan on a monthly basis until I finish my first deal. I'm able to upgrade my payment package to the annual after price increase. Yes, you are. Don't worry about it. You'll be all set up. So let's get a deal though. I like it. Dominique, you're always invited. Okay. Dominique, you're always invited to the stream link and talk about it. We're just getting teased. Yeah. So we're talking about the update. It's going to be released near Thanksgiving. And all I'm saying is it's filling in the gaps. So it's the only wholesaling software you're ever going to need. So right now it's about 80% there. It's about 20% for it to have everything. So reaching out to sellers, marketing, those lines, and dispositions. And so if you ask yourself, what's the difference between a $50,000 disposition software and XLeads? There's going to be some slight differences. Not going to mention them here, but this will fill in that gap also. That's the point. But good questions. Good morning, Katie. How are you? How are you? Jesus, in the comments, if you can put your email, let me go look in the support emails and see. So usually if it goes to the support team, obviously they do their job. And if they have like, wait, we don't know about this, it usually gets forwarded to me in the meeting. And then I'm like, okay, well, do this, do this, do this. So usually two times a week, I see all the emails that they have questions on. And then every single day I go through every single email. I don't answer them. I just read them just to see what questions, concerns everybody has inside of XLeads. So pretty cool. XLeads amazing. Thank you, Jesus. Version 2, Thanksgiving 2024. Pretty cool. Sup, Mark? We missed you at the event, my man. It's still pretty cool. And good morning, everyone. Good morning. Nick says, is skip tracing going to get any cheaper on the basic plan? Oh, it's going to get a lot cheaper for version 2. Oh, I got to shut up. Gotta keep it quiet, but get a little tidbit. Hopefully that provides a little insight for anybody who actually subscribes to the XLeads YouTube channel, right? If you're this crazy to hop on the Saturday live stream, you deserve a little wink, right? But yeah, either way, if you want to hop on, talk to me. I'll answer your questions. Just hang out, whatever you want. If not, I can just do a small little one. I'm not promising anything, my man Juan. I'm not promising anything, but that's all I'm saying. Hey, Michael, what's up? I sent everything over. Beta access will be sent in very, very shortly, 100% by next week. Everybody will get what they are looking for. So shout out to Michael, though. Great guy. Loved meeting him at the event. And I think got a lot of good connections. And we're giving 2.0 beta access. And get it going. You guys can ask Michael because he knows what version 2 is. Michael, don't spill the beans, but is version 2 as hyped as everyone's saying? I would love to know if Michael can confirm if version 2 is worth the hype or not the hype. I'm telling you right now, it is. And if you did come to the live event, you're watching this, do not spill the beans. It is a secret. We're not going to talk about this. But you talk about how if it's worth the hype or not. What's going on, Jermaine? How are you? He's getting beta access too, so shout out to him. It's 100%. I tell you, it's spicy. That's all I can say. It's a little spicy. Dominic says, one day, can you record a video of cold calling while sharing your screen so we can see how you actually use XLeads on a normal day for you? Oh, yeah. Dominic, here's the thing. I'll have to record something like that, and I'm like, dang, I really want to use version 2 because I need I can't spill it, but if I want to do all that, I'm going to have to use multiple softwares. And I'm like, well, I just want to use one software for it. So we are currently waiting for version 2 to be out, and then that will be done. So under 30 days, I'll get that out for you. Does that sound like a deal, Dominique? Also, just showing you around here again. So things are getting pretty cool in here. So again, if you want to filter anything out really quick. So if I'm going to do Dallas, which I'd probably do all of it, like Garland's a real, I'll tell everyone, garlic, Plano, garlic. I say garlic, Garland, Plano, Frisco, Rockwell too. Really good areas, right? Really good areas. But if I'm just pulling a list in here, I'm probably going to do something really quick. Maybe I do some high equity. So which one is this going to be for? At least 40% equity. Terrible. We'll throw in some high equities in here. Let's exclude really quickly active investor owned and then active listings. Good. And then we're going to filter some other things out here. So single family, right? Y'all can see me, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Lean types. So we can go out here and do the leans. And let's not get no leans today. Individual owners, owned it for 3 years. Looks good. And let's just do an out-of-state absentee owner list. Why not? Make it crazy. And that's not even a big, like, this is all of Dallas, Texas. So these are people that own real estate outside of the state. You do in-state absentee owner too, which isn't terrible. Those are people like locally. Pretty dang cool. But it's 500. Like, so for people that like, I kind of want to show this too, right? Like for people that are like, oh my gosh, wow, whoa, I can't find like any niche list in Dallas. It's so saturated. Out-of-state absentee owners, which are just people that own real estate, no one's living in the house. Not that no one's living in the house, but the owner doesn't live in the house. So it could be a rental possibly or a vacant, right? I can even go stupid here and go here and be like, okay, well, let's find a vacant filter. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I gotta go here and do it. And then just include vacancy. Probably gets even smaller. 14. But maybe I get rid of this. Let's see what it does. Okay. So this is going to be high equity vacants that are not listed. They own it for at least 3 years. Dang. That's a small list. That's pretty dang good. Not going to lie. Heck, we can even do like Cobb County, which is even better. Right? I was some people I was meeting that lives in Cobb County. I'm like, this is a great market. Okay, 43, right? Like crazy. Let's reset all these filters though. Let's do one more filter thing on here. Cool. Let's see here. Nick says, are we going to do any virtual wholesale market video? Yes, we are. Houston, love XLeads version 2 will be crazy. If you can't get a deal at this point, you're not trying. Love that. Yeah, so owner types. I do individual, 3 years, out-of-state owner, loan to value 40 max, so 60% equity or more. That's what it basically is. And I think that's what we should do. Don't go crazy. That's like a list of 1,000. That's not bad, but we need to exclude active listings. There we go. We can get rid of vacancy. These are all the vacant properties, so like 1,000. No, so these are out-of-state absentee owners. That ain't gonna work. So it's a list of like 1,000, which is nice. If you're like, Zach, that's way too much. Like, this is a great texting list, by the way, right? Like, if I'm texting sellers, woo-wee, that's what I'd be doing right there. So I'd definitely be going out here texting using it like this. That's the best way I do it on here. If I want to go even crazy, Zach, I want to call like, but only like 500 at most. What I would probably do here is 6% equity is a lot. I don't want to get any crazy on this. But I'd probably, the first thing I would do is no house over 500 grand. Like, no. Okay, that makes it a little better. Let's look at Cobb County median home price. So if I want to like get a little more like sniper approach, I think under 500. I don't want to get anything. There's still those $400,000 houses you can do. So I'm not going to get stupid on this. You can do kind of a cheaper ones if you want. But if I have to filter this down even more, I would probably put 5 years. Okay. And then from there, I don't really care about any of this stuff. Last sale dates. Don't really care about that. Do I care if it's a pre-foreclosure? Not really. So 744, pretty good. If I got to go even crazier, I would probably get rid of this high equity. Okay. Which doesn't do much, right? But okay, let's try to like physically stack these lists, right? I don't need the AI for this yet. We're having some big AI updates too, but don't want to include that. So let's just click this list and see people that aren't paying their taxes. So that's 9. That's not a lot, but we'll pull that, right? Cool. Let's go here and do the pre-foreclosures. And so out of state absentee owners. So these are like technically the zombie properties, but you already have that there if you want to do. And then the absentee owner is already in there. So let's get rid of out of state. That's probably going to make it bigger, unfortunately. So we don't want to deal with that. But 726, I think that's a good market. If I had to, okay, if I had to be that guy to make it under 500, the only thing I could really do at this point was up the equity, which it's already at 60%. What I would do is let's go here and just do 400. Okay. So that's under 500. So that is perfect right there. There we go. And that's kind of like my perfect niched out like under 500 list that anybody here can start doing and start making a ton of money wholesaling, right? So that's kind of personally what I do on that end. Yeah. Let's see what the questions we got here. Yeah, one. They got those tax delinquencies are funny, man. All I can tell you is just use XLeads for it. That'd be a lot easier. But I will tell you though, I wouldn't pay that money for it. I don't think it's worth it. But if you're pulling in a different market, one thing I do tell people is the software gets the data from the same providers as the top other big softwares, like the same exact data. And I was kind of working with some people, like I remember working with Jason, South Carolina. I said, okay, well, this data is the same as any other software. So like, it's not going to be better or worse. It's just going to be the same quality, right? That's kind of the point of XLeads, right? Same quality, just way cheaper. Now it's going to add even more. And I said, okay, let's just pull like the tax delinquencies. And we found, and this is like a quick tidbit for everyone watching this, right? We found that there were some tax delinquent properties that showed up that wasn't on XLeads because sometimes it takes 20, 30 days after it's delinquent from the county for it to be put on XLeads. I'm working on making it better. But it's like not at that point. So we want to get that 30 and then market to it before everyone else can. Because it's all about that little tiny, slight advantage for us to have success wholesaling real estate, right? That is the point here, and that is kind of what we're doing, and that's going to help us out the most here in wholesaling real estate. So try to find that, right? Heck, even if it's absentee owners, I've been telling everyone pull the evictions and all these things. And in version 2, you're going to be able to actually put your government lists inside of XLeads and do some more data analysis in there, which I probably should have not said that. But it's going to be even crazier for you to do that. And it's going to have a lot of advantages. And it's so much is happening here. And I'm just so excited for it. It's kind of funny because I record all these XLeads videos and I'm just going to release them on this channel because like there's no point of putting them on freeholesaling.com anymore because the new update is going to change everything. So it's pretty dang cool, pretty dang exciting. And like always, I'm here to help you guys out. On top of this too, I want to show y'all. Let's do this. Let's go here and show everyone this. So if you have any questions, okay, right here is everything you need to look at. Okay. So again, if you have any any support questions, like, hey, I need help with this. I need a new user. I need this, blah, blah, blah. Email support@xleads.com and we will go have our team look at it. Again, I have to give my team breaks, and they need apparently the weekend or not work, which I think stupid, but apparently they're employees. So they're off the weekends. I give them off. Okay. These are real Americans. Okay. I'm not big on on when you email, it's like a VA from overseas. Just because I mean, like, what's the point, right? I want there to be no issue. It's going to be you're going to talk to John, Sarah, Josh, like real Americans. You're going to actually talk to a real American person, and I think that's just big. I guys, do you hate it when you call like I don't know Amazon or something, and it's like somebody from a crazy country like Cambodia or something? Shout out to my Cambodians, but like makes it harder. I think it's annoying. So I'm like, well, let's just make this the highest quality you can get, right? Heck, if you want to talk to somebody, you talk to a real American, you can call them up, have a question, you'll talk to them. Now, here's the problem with the phone numbers, okay? I think we got some people that have some issues. I will have 1 or 2 people that is their job to answer the phones. It is very difficult for me to train somebody on XLeads to answer the phones in under a month, okay? Because they need to know the ins and outs of the software. They need to know the ins and outs of the questions, and I've only had XLeads for so long. So sometimes there are 7 people trying to call, and I only have 2 callers. I am not going to, okay, let me know if you want, right? I'm not going to have VAs from the Philippines answer your XLeads questions over I just don't believe in that. That is not, I believe in VAs, but I don't believe they should be answering your customer service questions. I think it should be someone in America, who I'm paying a stupid amount of money for. These are not these are not $15 an hour employees, apparently. Apparently, when you answer phones, you want more than $15 an hour, and the market does that. Shocker, did not know that. Apparently, they need to have headphones and equipment and all these. That's just great. But I do believe in that. And so we are growing. We are looking to expand our people on the calls, our support team, all these things. And we are sometimes growing a little more than the people that I can hire and train. It takes me about a month to train somebody. I am one of the people who are training them. So it's a slower process, but I know with version 2, we're probably going to double the users. So I got to double the support staff. But we got some really awesome people on our team that are really nice and sweet. It took me a while to go find a great team like this. So yeah, it's pretty dang cool. So guys, if you have any more questions, please email that support. And again, I don't see anyone hopping on the stream or anything, so I'm going to head off. I do have one more couple questions here. I've noticed in my local market, most single-family houses have been purchased in the last 4 years, and the X leads the people as cash buyers. So virtual market, my man. Yeah, previous AI info will not be saved. No, you're going to have to download that list and physically have that. It doesn't kind of move over, if that makes sense, Nick. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, email the support, call them up 9 to 8, which is ridiculous times, honestly. But 9 to 8 p.m. you can call, or 9 to 6 on Fridays. And like always, email them and hit me up. And of course, I'm here every Saturday if you have any questions. I invited like 4 or 5, FYI, I invited 4 or 5 people who had concerns or issues with XLeads. I said, hey, every Saturday at 10 a.m., I'm here. Here's my streamer link. Hop on, talk to me, and I will love to go out here and answer your questions, concerns, and walk you. I'll do a whole hour walkthrough through the software if you need it. I've given out an hour of my time on Saturday for this, and they didn't show up. But I just know, guys, I'm always here for any of you if you have any questions about the software or anything like that on the XLeads YouTube channel. And then, yeah, like again, if you got any value, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Oh.